And with our exhale, let's release and surrender anything and everything that it took to be here in this very present moment. Just let it go. And so how good it is to be together for our meditation portion of today's service. Again, we take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And let's exhale and surrender that breath for 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 times as long as the inhale. Just nice and easy. And again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And release and exhale anything and everything that doesn't match all that is divine, all that is sacred, all that is holy. Just let it go. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern, we're reminded that all that is divine, all that is sacred, and all that is holy has always been and forever will be within our breath, within our grasp, part of us. And I invite you to find that place in the center of the I am that I am, to be held and rocked and cradled, perfectly known and recognized. For you are created as a masterpiece of the divine. So we sink into the sacred and holy space now. If a mantra helps, you may remind yourself, I am divinely created. I am divinely created. I am divinely created. So part of the benefits of being divinely created is that anything and everything that's most needed by your soul shall be provided at this very moment in time by your permission, by your willingness to accept and receive your highest and best good. So I invite you in this center of the I am that I am to open a portal even broader and wider than ever before, for Spirit to have its full sway, to provide all that is needed by your soul at this very moment in time in your evolution. Just simply see a portal in your mind's eye opening and opening just to where you're comfortable. There's no way to make an error on this. The willingness is the key. Spirit is always calling us to receive, to be the receptor for our highest and best good. If a mantra helps or a thought helps, I am willing to receive my highest and best good now. I am open, willing, and receive. I'm open and willing to receive my highest and best good now. I am open and willing to receive my highest and best good right now. And if it feels good and right to you, allow for this good to infuse every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of your being. See your radiant light of goodness, grace, mercy, and joy. If you're willing, allow it to infuse every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of your being. Only the highest vibration for the highest good remains. Anything and everything that does not match that slips away with ease and with grace, with perfect assimilation and perfect elimination. Through the soles of your feet, back to Mother Earth Gaia, through the exhales, through your willingness to surrender and release all that no longer serves. And if you're willing, in your mind's eye, see a spiritual infusion happening. Receiving the all good by your willingness, by your receptivity. And then releasing and surrendering anything and everything that no longer serves you for your highest and best good. Can go through the soles of the feet to the earth, Mother Earth Gaia, to recycle and restore and make into something new. Can come through your exhales. So we release and surrender any parts of us that were unwell, See every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of the being release and surrender anything and everything that doesn't match health and wholeness and wellness and goodness. Any pains, any diagnoses, any illnesses. We willingly surrender that. And as we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath, we're breathing in this divine health and wholeness as your birthright. It is your birthright. Inviting you to claim it now. Divine health and wholeness is my birthright. If you want to remind yourself, you can do that with a chant or just simply a sentence or reminder. Divine health and perfect wholeness is my birthright now. In your mind's eye, allow the good and willingly surrender all that no longer serves through the exhales, through the soles of the feet, back to Gaia, Mother Earth. You may see an energy pattern developing in a cycle of good and flow, good and flow, good and flow. Release and surrender, release, surrender all that no longer serves you. Release and surrender all that no longer serves you. And in your own mind's eye, other good may come to you, and if you're willing to embrace it, just say, I am, I am, I am. It can be labeled or unlabeled as long as it's for your highest and best good. I'm calling forth wealth and abundance, prosperity and joy, grace and wholeness. And see what might be added by your soul to your soul at this very moment in time. Healing and forgiveness. And if it feels right to you, you can declare it out loud for yourself. Mercy, compassion. And if you're able, and you've been breathing normally, just take about 3 exhales out in a row if you're willing and able. Just see what that feels like. Slow and deliberate exhales in a row. For any remnants of all that no longer serves you to be released. Even take a 4th if you can. And then we take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath again. Grateful for our ability to breathe, grateful for our ability to be alive. Grateful for this moment in time. So now I'd like to invite you to see through the soles of your feet any remnants of all that no longer serves. We can wipe it through Mother Earth Gaia now. Just release any remnants at least 2 or 3 times, however you're comfortable. Letting go anything and everything that we released willingly that no longer serves. And again, we take in that divine, sacred, and holy breath. And this time allow for your heart space to simply fill with gratitude and praise for the sacred practice of stillness and silence and remembering. Even more gratitude on the inhale, and even more gratitude on the exhale. And as we breathe, we're bringing our awareness back to the body temple more fully and completely. You may want to feel the chair or wherever you're sitting support you. Just be sure you can feel that. You may want to gently tap the toes to the ground, being certain you can feel the ground support you. Just grateful for any insight or revelation, all healing and demonstration, all manifestation. Everything for your highest and best good. And so when you're ready, just gently allow for the outer eyelids to open, becoming aware of the temperature, the space, the sanctuary, each other. And as we continue to breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath, we create a space now for anyone who enters the portal or the doors as they open to receive a blessing and transformation by your creation of this sacred space where seeds are planted for goodness and grace. I'm grateful to each of you. I am. This concludes today's meditation. Namaste.
Thank you, Mark. That was lovely. I'm so happy to be back with you all today. Morning. Look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together. We come together. together in the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I'm bringing the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome
everybody. I tell you, I was sleepy when I got here, but now I'm awake. Thanks, Al.
You got it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Spiritual Center in Redlands. Thank you for everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. My name is Rick, and it's truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a new thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions, spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into the world. We honor all people, every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcomed here. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand. Ooh. Yay, there she is. And is it Alicia? Aisha. Well, thanks for being here with us. Let's see, I lost my place. For the first time, okay, and allow us to properly greet you. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully. Thank you. I'd just like to say one thing. My buddy David here, before he reads something, he always says he loves you. So I'm going to say that at the end of mine. I love you guys. Yeah, it's true.
Well, today's talk, when we get there, will be my divine essence. If you're divine, how could anyone ever tell you that you're anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole, complete and perfect? How could anyone ever notice? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
And so I invite you to turn within, however that feels comfortable for you. And let's take in the divine and sacred and holy breath that we've been breathing, whether we knew it or we didn't know it. Divine, sacred, and holy breath. We take it in. We exhale and we release and surrender all that no longer serves us for our highest and best good. Just continue to let that go today. And as we breathe in again that divine and sacred and holy breath, we become even more at one with the one that is always present. The power that created me, the power that created you, you can call it spirit, God, universal intelligence, whatever you want. It doesn't have a gender. It's always waiting for us to acknowledge it. We can never be separate from it. And it's from this place of unity that I speak a word, this place from unification. That's the platform from which my prayers are always spoken, one with the one. If you believe that, just say, I am one with the one. I am one with the one. And that's the truth about you. It's the truth that created the lyrics of the song that was so magnificently sung by Al Yankee. We continue to accept our wholeness, our oneness. We continue to accept that all of our needs are met right on time every single time. We continue to accept that we are a divine masterpiece. And if you believe that at all, let's affirm that together. I am a masterpiece of the divine. Are you? I am a masterpiece of the divine. Doesn't that feel right? I am. Very good. And so I know that blessings continue to unfold this day, that anything and everything that needs to be spoken from this pulpit shall be spoken. Anything that needs to be heard shall be heard. I'm proclaiming that there's fertile soil within the sound of my voice, whether it's in person, for I can feel you. I can feel your soul from here. You are powerful. And I thank you for that, because you give a gift and a healing to me every single time. I can feel the combined energy in this place and in this space. I can't yet feel you as well remotely where you're watching on YouTube or Facebook Live. But when you found the message, it's perfect time for you to have found this message. So I know that there's divine order where there may seem to be chaos in the world. We always call forth for peace, correct? Every Sunday, every day, every prayer, with our every breath. So I'm inviting us again, as we know every blessing starts from ourselves, so we find peace within ourselves first. Inviting you to find that now. We breathe in peace with a capital P. The peace that passes human understanding. We allow it to go through our family units, both biological and created, our friendship units. We send it to our cold weather shelter in the back and to all the volunteers who serve there. We send this peace energy to all of our board of trustees and all who are of service to the greater community. Let's take this peace now and send it through the city. We're going to travel on the freeways, north, south, east, and west. We're going to cover the beautiful snow-capped mountains. We're going to go up past even Canada. We're going to cover the oceans and the beaches, going even past Mexico. And we're going to cross the deserts and the seas to go to any and every place that's in struggle, conflict, or strife, and just see this peace, proclaim this peace to have its full sway. Do you see a ball of incredible golden light that's surrounding and indwelling all these areas where there needs to be humanitarian aid reach? Let it reach those places right here and right now. Let all wars stop right now. And I invite you to see Ukraine from north to south, east to west, every city, village, and town, just covered in a peace shield. I invite you to see the Gaza Strip this way, Palestine this way, Israel this way, Russia this way, the Koreas this way, the Middle East this way, Yemen this way, the Sudan this way, Armenia this way, and all areas that have not been mentioned out loud. Spirit knows where there's conflict and strife and goes there now. And so I know that these words have power. I feel good about the words spoken. I proclaim my word to the law of life. And I can feel your power. And so let's remain in this heightened state of spiritual awareness so that we can each receive a unique blessing, a transformation, a revelation, an insight, the aha moment that can change our lives for the good with a capital G. Are you ready to receive it? Let's proclaim it together. And I invite us to say, and so it is. And Al, will you just sing a few bars for us to go out to this?
How deeply you're connected to my soul.
And before I conclude the prayer, I just want to invite all of us to accept divine health and wholeness for ourselves. Can you feel it? Through every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of our being, any places that are unwell, any places that have pain, let's send the same peace and love and light intelligence, it's one, to these places within us. Anybody that's on our prayer list, know that we have received the prayer and immediately do the prayer treatment. So I'm thinking of our beloved Gary as he goes through what he goes through. Let's see right here and right now, every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber, his lungs clear. Anything that doesn't match the perfection just slips away with ease and grace. Blessing all treatments, all people who have the privilege of working with him. Let them see the divine that is before them. The same truth is so for yourselves. Just say your name out loud. Brother Mark. It's the truth for our beloved Al as he continues in his wellness and wholeness. It's the truth for our beloved Jimmy where he is, God is. There's nothing missing, lacking, needing, nor wanting. He went through a 4.5-hour surgery, so let's just see his recovery with ease and with grace. And even now it is all good. And together we affirm, and so it is. Thank you. Holly, you want to come up for the reading?
Reading by Thalia Hunter. There is a space in you that can never be touched. There is a place in you that can never be harmed. There is a strength in you that can never be stolen. There is a faith in you that can never be shaken. There is a voice in you that can never be silenced. There is a peace in you that can never be disrupted. There is a fire in you that can never be extinguished. There is a joy in you that can never be diminished. There is a spirit in you that can never be broken. There is a dream in you that can never be forgotten. There is a hope in you that can never be crushed. And there is a love in you that can never be lost. Words by Thalia Hunter. Yay.
You want to stay with me for a sec? So we're going to turn these into affirmations, if you don't mind, since today's topic is my divine essence. Let me just do this with you. There's a space in me that can never be touched.
There is a space in me that can never be touched.
There is a place in me that can never be harmed.
There is a place in me that can never be harmed.
There is a strength in me that can never be stolen.
There is a strength in me that can never be stolen.
There is a faith in me that can never be shaken.
There is a faith in me that can never be shaken.
There is a voice in me that can never be silenced.
There is a voice in me that can never be silenced.
There is a peace in me that can never be disrupted.
There is a peace in me that can never be disrupted.
There is a fire in me that can never be extinguished.
There is a fire in me that can never be extinguished.
There is a joy in me that can never be diminished.
There is a joy in me that can never be dismissed.
There is a spirit in me that can never be broken.
There is a spirit in me that can never be broken.
There is a dream in me that can never be forgotten.
There is a dream in me that can never be forgotten.
There is a hope in me that can never be crushed.
There is a hope in me that can never be crushed.
And there is a love in me that can never be lost.
There is a love in me that can never be lost. Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
In keeping with that same mindset, heart set, soul set, be at peace, be at peace, be at peace, be at peace. You can sing that to yourself. Be at peace. Be at peace, gently. Be at peace. Be at peace. Be at peace. When your path seems filled with obstacles and your days seem filled with pain, when it seems that no one's listening to you, when your mission seems impossible, when you're blown by winds of change, let that small inner voice come through. Be at peace, you're all right, you're just fine, you are perfect, you're divine. You're all thoughts, you're all things, you're the universal mind. Be at peace. You're the spirit of an eagle, you're the sighing of a dove. Be at peace. In the center of creation, in everlasting love. I've got a lot more to do. I should have warned you. It's a long song. Other people seem insensitive with their words and attitudes, giving voice to things that you just can't believe. But imagine for a moment that you're walking in their shoes. Bless their path, call it good, let them be. Be at peace, they're all right, they're just fine, they're perfect, they're divine. Be at peace, they're all thoughts, they're all things, they're the universal mind. Be at peace, they're the spirit of an eagle and the sighing of a dove. Be at peace, at the center of creation, in everlasting love. Be at peace. 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 In the humdrum, tumble, jumbling of our dizzy, busy days, we experience anxieties imperfections, will they think that I'm okay? Don't despair. Breathe in, breathe out. And say this to yourself. I'm all right, I'm just fine. I'm perfect, I'm divine. Be at peace. I'm all thoughts, I'm all things. I'm the universal mind. Be at peace. I'm the spirit of an eagle. I'm the sighing of a dove. Be at peace. At the center of creation, in everlasting love. In everlasting love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Yankee. That is beautiful. That's an original composition, right? Beautiful. I'm all right. What are those 3 lines? I'm all right.
I'm just fine, I'm perfect, I'm divine.
Are you that? Let's say it out loud. You want to lead the affirmations of those 3?
Sure. I'm all right.
I'm all right.
I'm just fine.
I'm just fine.
I'm perfect.
I'm perfect.
I'm divine.
I'm divine. Are you? Do you feel it? All right. So good morning, everybody. My name is Brother Mark. I'm a practitioner emeritus. That means that I served for 20 or more years in science of mind-based centers. And so they were in many places. Thank you. So that was from, my training was at Agape in Culver City. It's now in, they operate out of Beverly Hills. You can watch it online. I was in Palm Springs. I was in San Bernardino. Where else were we? I was here. I am here. Am I? So on the way, what's that? I said that. Okay, so the hecklers are in the back. There we go. So today's topic was a pretty easy one, don't you think? My divine essence. It can be complex, but I don't want you to make it complex. For those that have participated in the meditation, it was, wow, it was okay, huh? It was deep to breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. It's really powerful when Spirit, in my opinion, is always awaiting for our permission. I think because we have free will, that Spirit will not force itself upon us. The good will not force itself upon us unless we open a portal of willingness to receive the blessings, to receive the good. And then it's very powerful if you could see it as a circle of energy or the circle of life, to allow anything that no longer serves you for your highest and best good to just relinquish itself, to vanquish, to vanish back to the, Mother Earth or Gaia, to be recycled, refreshed, restored, and made new. On the way over here, I must confess a couple things. I listened to Studio 54. It was on Sirius Radio, and there was something called Purple Disco Beat. And it was just like right on this topic, and it lasted the entire drive. It was like 22 minutes. I was like, this is crazy, that one disco beat song. And it was like, you will survive, you will survive. And I was thinking, that's a good affirmation. I will survive. Like, do you believe that? That's also a song title. I will survive. I will thrive. It didn't have that in it, but I was thinking of turning it into, you flip a lot of these things into affirmations. And it was basically, the beat was the same. I have it on my cell phone if anybody wants to hear after service. I have like a minute or so of it or less, because I was driving, but I had to get it. And it was like basically saying in a nutshell the entire spiritual journey. It was saying, take whatever pain and crush it by transforming within yourself the power within yourself, which is spirit, which is the divine essence, to know that you can conquer anything. And that's basically the essence of the entire spiritual journey, because as Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith said back in 1990, I think I started in 96, and with the coursework, it's 4 years, you're going to be pushed or pulled to this kind of teaching, right? You might do it through pain or heartache or loss, or in one way or another, it'll eventually find you or you'll find it. And I don't think there's a wrong way to approach your divine essence and your journey. So I want you to feel comfortable that if you're ready to take classes, you take classes. Some people are ready to become practitioners or ministers. Yes, do that. And we'll help you connect to wherever you need to be connected to get that accomplished for yourself. So I'm going to start with Holmes from Creative Mind, page 46. Life is for us today. There will be no change for tomorrow unless we do the changing today. Today we are setting in motion the power of tomorrow. Today is God's day, and we must extract from it what of life we are to live. Everybody catch it? So we went through an entire process, and for those who haven't been with us, I mean, I see a lot of new faces every single time. But we went through a lot, did we not? The end of the year to now, we went through we had like a cleansing and releasing ceremony the last part of December. And it just so happened it hit on December 31st. And then before that, we had Christmas Eve together. So if you want to watch online, you can. Last week, we talked about visioning and the questions that go along with the visioning process. Watch online. That's the beauty, and thank you, David, for keeping us organized so that you can click online. Now, did anybody have anything that came up for them from the visioning before I finished today's talk? Anybody have something that came through if you did the visioning? Because know that visioning works. It will continue to work. So if you're unfamiliar with it, check the tape online. If you want a series of the questions, we should have a handout for you. So I'm going to continue then, since nobody raised a hand who was here last week. So from Valerie Call, See No Stranger, there's a really beautiful paragraph about divinity, and I'd like to read it to you. And if it's easier for you to take in and you want to let your eyelids close, you could do that. But I want you to take this in because I've never really heard it put quite this way. What has been an ancient spiritual truth, that's not the one. I'm going to another one. Well, no, let me do hers first. What has been an ancient spiritual truth is now increasingly verified by science. We are all invisibly part of one another. We share a common ancestry with everyone and everything alive on earth. The air we breathe contains atoms that have passed through the lungs, ancestors long dead. Our bodies are composed of the same elements created deep inside the furnaces of long dead stars. We can look upon the face of anyone or anything around us and say, as a moral declaration and a spiritual, cosmological, and biological fact, you are a part of me I do not know. Isn't that beautiful? So let's just look around the room and say to a few people, you are a part of me I do not know. You are a part of me I do not know. You are a part of me I do not know. You're a part of me I do not know. And so we're grateful to have Randy come back. We're grateful to have Aisha here for the first time. We're grateful to have everyone back who has been returning. And if you enjoy the teaching, if you enjoy the time together, it's kind of a beautiful place, don't you think? Yeah, you can just tell one friend and then we're going to be sold out, right? I don't know how that the occupancy says Club 290 in the back, the lady, but we could do more than one service if we want to, right? So I want to thank you all for that. So there's another few nice quotes. The same author, Valerie Kaur, K-A-U-R. Love is more than a feeling. Love is a form of sweet labor, fierce, bloody, and perfect and life-giving, a choice we make over and over again. If love is sweet labor, love can be taught, modeled, and practiced. This labor engages all our emotions. Joy is the gift of love. Grief is the price of love. Anger protects that which is loved. And when we think we have reached our limit, wonder is the act that returns us to love. And so this idea of our divine essence, this was the quote that I originally thought to start with from Carl McColman. It's called The Big Book of Christian Mysticism. And I want to see what you think of this. I'm thinking of this guy that used to come here named Joe. And he used to always tell me that what he loved about the teaching, remember him? Was the Nicene Creed, and I really didn't know what that was. And this is the first time I saw a quote about the Nicene Creed, and I thought it was brilliant. So I really want to have this go in the microphone to you. It's long, but bear with me. The Nicene Creed begins with the words, "I believe in God, the Father Almighty," linking God with male language. Likewise, in the Bible, the Hebrew and Greek words for God are masculine, and Jesus explicitly calls God his Father. Add to this all sorts of cultural imagery associated with God that is implicitly masculine. God is king, warrior, mighty in battle, a lover wooing a wayward bride. And it seems pretty obvious that God is a guy. But some images found in the scripture paradoxically point to a more feminine understanding of God. Isaiah depicts God as a mother in labor, from Isaiah 42:14. And Moses compares God to a mother nursing her children, from Numbers 11:12. Jesus, meanwhile, compares God to an old widow seeking a lost coin, and even compares himself to a mother hen who seeks to gather her chicks under her wing. Luke 15:8 through 10. And Matthew 23:37. Julian of Norwich bluntly said, "As surely as God is our Father, so surely is God our mother." St. Paul declared that Christ is no longer male nor female. That's from Galatians 3:28. To assign either masculinity or femininity to God is to diminish the essential divine unknowability. To assign gender to God is to limit God. Isn't that beautiful? And so I thank you for letting me share that. It's where I thought I was starting. So that's sometimes from our pulpits you might hear Mother, Father, God, right? It doesn't matter. What's that? It's okay. Okay, well, keep the father part to yourself. I saw that. So does everybody feel it? Yes. Everybody knows that you are divine, right? Yes. Do you know that? So I almost wanted to create, and maybe we'll do this, like a membership card. That's your divinity card. If anybody wants one, legibly print your name, and I'm going to create one for you. And then I'm going to let you put your account number. I'm going to let you put your what's that, CVC code? And it has no expiration date. And then when you go to buy stuff, you're like, I don't know why it doesn't work, why I can't tap it. So about your divinity, there's a few things that I know before I read some more things, and I'm not sure I'm almost done, but I feel like you already got it, right? You guys already got it. Even after the reading and the affirmations, we could have just been done. You have to set the PIN code for your card. You have to activate your card. Do you ever get a card at home? So you have to, I don't think you have to call the 800 number. But you got to set the PIN code, you got to activate the card. And the card would be like a euphemism for our life, right? You have to activate it. It's one thing to know that you're divine, it's another thing to practice my divinity or your divinity. And many people in here do that through service. Rick does it with kids, all the teachers do it, David does it, Holly does it, everybody, Ann does it. Raise your hand. You're doing it, right? We're here. Look, you made a choice. Gilman does it through music. Al does it. Audrey does it. Iris does it. Richard does it. Richard, you know what? It's interesting. The service you provide, and I was thinking this about where I work, it's holy ground where we're going because we're standing on it. Yes. Do you guys know that? Where you're standing, where you're sitting, where your feet are is holy ground because you're on it. And I was thinking, wherever we go, we're a ministry. We don't have to call ourselves a minister. I'm not an ordained minister. I'm a practitioner emeritus. That seems to be, for this moment, good enough for me. I mean, otherwise, just take a vein. Right? So wherever we go, we're doing ministry, right? If we're going to a tough situation, work, family, we made it through the holidays. We made it through releasing things. We made it through embracing things. We made it through vision. Isn't that cool to think of that? So we don't want anybody to mess with our ministry. And our ministry is not for everyone. That's okay. So I think part of this divine essence is sometimes we're just too much. Sometimes we're just too much for some people. Those are not our people. What's that? They can tune out. Yeah, it was interesting because I was in an interview recently and they said something about like the fit. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm like, yeah. And then I heard a line from a movie, and I'm trying to think of the movie. But it said, I can't be, like, this is me. It was from Modern Family. And it was Cam. You know that character Cam? He said, I can't be, he said, I can't turn it off. It's who I am. Isn't that beautiful? It was the scene when they were presenting Lily, their baby from Vietnam, to the family. And he came out in like a kimono, remember, and did the music from Lion King. And he goes, oh, they're presenting the baby to the family. And meanwhile, they were all telling him why they should never have a kid. Why, they were all telling him why it's too hard. Meanwhile, it was already, the lights was on Lily. The music was on, and somebody turned to him and said, turn it off. And they meant the music, but Cam heard himself. He said, I can't. It's who I am. And that really got me. Like, I don't normally listen that closely to Modern Family, but I'm like, yeah, I have that issue as well sometimes where I go, how can I change that? Like, am I going to really, like, even within my own family? I'm like, did I really come from there? Yeah, I did. So I gotta like maybe think I did, but the thing is, some people would rather hit mute. But if it's my divine essence, if it's your divine essence, what are we gonna do? Now you said something about tuning, right?
We're a vibration.
Yeah, we're a vibration. Yeah, absolutely. So you know how you go to a party, you go to a function, there's people you'll never talk to, and there's certain people you do. We could always, and I want to point this out as being this divine essence. We can be drawn or repelled from one another too by energy, right? So follow that, see how it is, trust your intuition, trust your guidance. Sometimes you can meet incredible people just by following that. And you're like, and sometimes you can have incredible information exchanged. And it's just because you followed your intuition, right? I mean, famous couples who got married said that they were just drawn to each other at a Vanity Fair party, right? Just, it couldn't be stopped. And then it may have lasted for whatever the season was for their wedded bliss, and then you go on. So from Talia Hunter again, I want to share this. When you wake up each morning, tell yourself, I cannot control the world without, but I can control the world within. So let's say that if you agree with that as an affirmation, I can control the world within. Yeah, and we can do certain things. We can not answer our phone. I mean, we can send somebody a text, right, or not. We can let them know that we're doing something. We can program when we give our energy, right? We can, if we're having a heated thing with somebody, we can walk away. We can take yourself out of it. We can say, I need to get back with you. What's that? Breathe. Oh my gosh. Breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath, right? We could do that when we're driving, right? You know when they cut you off? I've literally, I saw people cut him off, then the other guy's got to cut up the other person off, and then this other lady was going really crazy. Like she almost hit like 4 cars. Like I didn't know who to call because I'm like, she didn't really hit anybody yet. And that's terrible that our society is kind of like that. Like meaning we have to wait for somebody to get hurt, or like we can't just call and like I have her plate. I memorized her plate. And sometimes I'll call that in and just say, something's going to go down. We were telling you the other day where somebody careened off the side of the road behind us coming to church. Like they literally went off the road on the freeway into the embankment. Because they can't handle like traffic or a stop for even a minute. So, right? So we have to learn how to use our divine essence. There's so many good readings. Let's see. So there's, people know the name Joseph Campbell, an author? Okay, let me just read this because it's pretty good. It's called Follow Your Bliss. The divine manifestation is ubiquitous. Only our eyes are not open to it. Awe is what moves us forward. Live from your own center. The divine lives within you. Does it? Let's say it. The divine lives within me. The separateness apparent in the world is secondary. Beyond the world of opposites is an unseen but experienced unity and identity in us all. Today, the planet is the only proper in-group. Participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. We cannot cure the world of sorrows, but we can choose to live in joy. You must return with the bliss and integrate it. The return is seeing the radiance is everywhere. The world is a match for us. We are a match for the world. The spirit is the bouquet of nature. Sanctify the place you are in. Follow your bliss. Isn't that magnificent? It kind of summarizes everything in a nutshell, because when you're in the traffic and all the things are happening, what do? Now, have I ever gone a little wild in the road? Yeah. Do I do it now? No, just to get away. Like I say, I'm just going to get away, and I'm just going to make a safe place for me. Drive offensively, right? So I'm going to ask you if you're comfortable. You can watch if you want to, but if you want to close your eyelids, you can do that. I want you to take in this reading here. It was a post on Facebook from Archaeology for the Woman's Soul by Karina Luna Dea. D-E-A is the last name. And to me, it's everything this talk is about, the divine essence. It just got me. So let's see if it gets you. Imagine the divine is saying this to you. And I know the divine within Karina Luna Dea wrote this through, just as the words for your song about peace came through you. Just as your song lyrics, Gilman, come through you. Ready? I will sit with you. I will write with you. I will dream with you. We can make poems together and speak to each other in soul language. I will show you the stars on your path, and we'll find your way back home, to the place where ease and peace exist as default. No more struggle, no more fear, no more hopelessness and judgment, loneliness or doubt, all vanished. You will never remember such things because they don't exist, and if they do, you will know what to do to dissolve such things that belong to ancient times. Humanity has no memory of any longer, lost ways in the ether, for struggles were never meant to be in souls living on this planet of feelings. Do you realize, dear human, how amazing you are to feel so deeply, to cry so intensely, to love, to long, to hope and grieve? Oh, dear human, you came here as a traveler in this labyrinth of emotions. You are a master of pain and sorrow. In your own way, you learned how to survive. Each of you in a different way, but nonetheless, you are all masters of wounding and resilience. Let no one tell you otherwise. Even in the worst struggle, there is light in your heart. Rejection from others, it matters not. Your path is broader than any gossip and any harm others cause you, or even the harm you can cause yourself. Do not abandon yourself in hard times. Rather, remember you have been here before. You survive and thrive. Speak not words of criticism towards your own self. Speak words of love. Embrace yourself with peace as a holy blanket. The dark nights still have stars, and you have stars in your eyes. Always. Always. Isn't that good? So if you don't mind, I want to do 2 as an affirmation. There is light in my heart. Is there? Do you feel a lightness in your heart? All right, that's the divine essence. And the other one is, I embrace myself with peace as a holy blanket. I embrace myself. Let's just do, I embrace myself with peace.
I embrace myself with peace
as a holy blanket.
as a holy blanket.
And I think we can end here. Do you feel like, I feel like we're full. Are you full? And so it is. Thank you, guys. Did you say settle down? Settle down. Okay, so now it's time for our offering. So the ushers are going to come forth. It's our conscious giving time. And if you just remember, the same portal from which we give is the same portal from which we receive. So you're always invited to give more, to give of service, to be the ministry, right? Wherever you are, you're in your work, in your family, you're on holy ground because you're standing on it, and invite you to be in your own ministry wherever you are. So There's an offering affirmation from the love of pure spirit within me. If you want to repeat it, it's up to you. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it perfectly is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, bless you for your sharing, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
So I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. I thank everyone watching remotely for hitting Donate Now button, PayPal's, Venmo, Zelle, all that. I know that these tithes and gifts or offerings are sufficient to continue the mission of CRS Redlands. It's been here already 70 years. Can you believe it? So let's make it another 70 or more years. Do you declare it? Do you affirm it? Yes. Do you believe it? Yes, we do. And so it is. Thank you, ushers. Thank you, Al. And now we have Rick. You want to come back for the announcements? And then we'll do a closing song that's also another original composition by the multi-talented Al Yankee.
Wow, thank you, Mark, and Al, you really blew my socks off.
Well, put them back on.
Yeah. All right, announcements for Sunday, January 14th, 2024. Our annual congressional meeting is Sunday, January 28th. After service at 11:30 a.m., join us to plan for our future working together. See Jean, she's right there. She's hard to miss. She's on a live wire, that one. If you wish to donate time or food items to the Saturday Sandwich Ministry and to volunteer to assist the cold weather shelter in our back building. Okay, sorry. See Holly for info on the upcoming book club. Here, I'm in the book club, and here are some of the books we've read. The Game of Life, and then The Feeling is the Secret. They're really good. And then please speak with Iris about joining the ANCA Accelerate Neighborhood Climate Action Lunch. Yeah, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 24th at the First Congressional Church in Redlands. I'm going to go to that, and I think it's going to be great. And there's Iris right there. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Let me just finish this. And our Board of Trustees meeting is today at 11:30 a.m. right here in the sanctuary. Guest comments are in the beginning. If you wish to join in, you are welcome. Join us for the potluck fellowship time right after the service today. All right. Thank you, guys.
Ed's got something.
Good morning, everyone. So I wanted to just reach out to everyone, including those of you online, The shelter is seeking between 7 to 8 ladies and also gentlemen to help with the shifts. You know, they go from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. We have 8 wonderful ladies right now. We'll probably reach or 5 right now. We have 3 more openings left, and we'll probably fill that up shortly. But we really need your help. So please, you know, it's a wonderful experience. You just come and you have fellowship with those that are at the shelter. You break bread with them for dinner. And so if you could please find it in your heart to make some time, see Jean or myself, and so we can sign you up. But this is a very important time right now as we're getting to the place where we will be full, and we could really use the help as much as possible. So anyway, see me or Jean, and I want to thank everyone who is volunteering right now and who is giving of their time. And the men, you also can participate. We would just have to have a woman with you. So it's a good experience. Okay, all right. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to share with that. This is what we need right now. Please find it in your heart to take the time and volunteer a shift. It's really a beautiful experience. Thank you.
This is about the Anchor workshop on the Wednesday, January 24th. I have double checked with them. It's only 3 spaces allowed, 3 spaces. So 3 spaces allowed per church. 3 people, yes, for this special climate change. So I will. Phil will be there. Phil is very much involved in the climate-related activities, and I like to think 2 other people. One could be our leaders like Mark or Ed, if you can. If you can. But I'll check with you after this. Thank you.
My pleasure, thank you. And I forgot Anne, would you talk about the metaphysical fair coming up so people know?
Real quick, everyone wants to leave. On the calendar on the back of your program, it says January 27th on Saturday, we're having the 2nd metaphysical fair. There'll be psychics, healers, Reiki practitioners. There's a girl doing a protection class as well. Vendor applications are going out today. You can still be a part of that. We have booths open, so see me after service or email the center. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for listening to all the announcements. Okay, Al, thank you.
I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. That's right, I spent my days rattling those things in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. What they say, no separation except what I imagine, and I imagine separation's gone.